Valmiki Ramayana, Bala Kanda, Book 1, Sarga 28, Canto 28. The Death of Tadaka. Thus spoke the saint, each vigorous word the noble monarch's offspring heard, and reverent hands together laid his answer to the hermit made. My sire and mother bade me thy word, O mighty saint, obey. So will I, O most glorious, kill this Tadaka who joys in ill. For such my sires, and such thy will, to aid with mine avenging hand, the Brahmanas kine and all the land, obedient heart and soul, I stand. Thus spoke the tamer of the foe, and by the middle grasped his bow. Strongly he drew the sounding string that made the distant welkin ring. Scared by the mighty clang, the deer that roamed the forest shook with fear. And Tadak the echo heard, and rose in haste from slumber stirred. In wild amaze, her soul aflame, with fury toward the spot she came. When that foul shape of evil mien, and stature vast as air was seen, the wrathful son of Raghu eyed, he thus unto his brother cried, her dreadful shape, O Lakshman, see, a form to shudder at and flee. The hideous monster's very view would cleave a timid heart in two. Behold the demon hard to smite, defended by her magic might. My hand shall stay her course today, and shear her nose and ears away. No heart have I her life to take, I spare it for her sex's sake. My will is but with diminished force to check her in her evil course. While thus he spoke, by rage impelled, roaring as she came nigh, the fiend her course at Rama held, with huge arms tossed on high. Her rushing on, the seer assailed with a loud cry of hate, and thus the sons of Raghu hailed, fight and be fortunate. Then from the earth a horrid cloud of dust the demon raised, and for a while in darkling shroud wrapped Raghu's sons amazed. The calling on her magic power, the fearful fight to wage, she smote him with a stony shower, till Rama burned with rage. Then pouring forth his arrowy rain, that stony flood to stay, the winged darts as she charged amain, he shore her hands away. As Tadak still thundered near, thus maimed by Rama's blows, Lakshman in fury severed sheer the monster's ears and nose. Assuming by her magic skill a fresh disguise, she tried 1,000 shapes at will, then vanished from their eyes. When Gadi's son of high renown still saw the stony rain pour down upon each princely warrior's head, with words of wisdom, thus he said, "Enough of mercy, Rama, lest this sinful evil working pest, disturber of each holy rite, repair by magic arts her might. Without delay the fiend should die, for see the twilight hour is nigh, and at the joints of night and day such giant foes are hard to slay." Then Rama, skillful to direct his arrows to the sound, with shafts the mighty demon checked, who rained her stones around. She, sore impeded and beset by Rama and his arrowy net, though skilled in guile and magic lore, rushed on the brothers with a roar, deformed, terrific, murderous, dread, swift as the levin, on she sped. Like cloudy pile in autumn sky, lifting her two vast arms on high, when Rama smote her with a dart, shaped like a crescent, to the heart. Sore wounded by that shaft that came, with lightning speed and surest aim, blood spouting from her mouth and side, she fell upon the earth and died. Soon as the Lord who rules the sky saw the dread monster lifeless lie, he called aloud, "Well done, well done," and the gods honored Raghu's son. Standing in heaven, the thousand-eyed, with all the immortals, joying cried, "Lift up thine eyes, O saint, and see the gods and Indra nigh to thee." This deed of Rama's boundless might has filled our bosoms with delight. Now for our will would have it so. To Raghu's son some favor show. Invest him with the power which not but penance gains and holy thought. Those heavenly arms on him bestow, to thee entrusted long ago by great Krishasva, best of kings, son of the Lord of living things. More fit recipient none can be than he who joys it following thee. And for our sakes the monarch's seed has yet to do a mighty deed. He spoke, and all the heavenly train, rejoicing, sought their homes again, while honor to the saint they paid. Then came the evening's twilight shade. The best of hermits, overjoyed to know the monstrous fiend destroyed, his lips on Rama's forehead pressed, and thus the conquering chief addressed, O Rama, gracious to the sight, here will we pass the present night, and with the morrow's earliest ray bend to my hermitage our way. The son of Dasharatha heard, delighted, Vishwamitra's word, and as he bade, that night he spent in Tadak's wild wood, content. And the grove shone that happy day, freed from the curse that on it lay, like Chitraratha, fair and gay. Jai Valmiki Ramayana Ki Jai. So finally, Rama kills demoness Tadaka of terrible looks, gigantic forms, who can change her shape at will. Powerful Rakshasini that has so many magic powers. Finally, Rama was able to kill her in spite of her being a woman. And I guess in Vedic culture it is forbidden to kill a woman. Generally speaking, there are some exceptions like this right here of this demoness Tadaka, who was very vicious, killing, torturing so many people, saints, obstructing Vedic sacrifices, and chanting mantras. So finally, enough was enough. And then Rama killed her. Beautiful chapter describing how Rama acted and was able to assail Tadaka with innumerable arrows, like a net of arrows. And then Lakshman jumped in and cut off Tadaka's nose and ears. And right here it is stated, the hideous monster's very view would cleave a timid heart in two. She was a giant and very dreadful to behold. Giantess. Okay, so many things to talk about. Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana Ki Jai. Ciao.